Hey guys, your friendly neighborhood Satoshi Nakamoto here. I want to talk to you today about why Bitcoin is a horrible investment and you need to be aware of this. Before we get started, I do want to remind you guys again to check out our cryptocurrency business starter kit. Is available right now for just $99.99 on Satoshi from Satoshi.academy. And there's actually a link to a description of the video. Basically, with this business starter kit, you're going to be able to start your own business, cryptocurrency business, and you're also going to get a Facebook marketing kit that's going to allow you to generate quality leads and sales and expand your business even further. You can find a link to a description of the video if you want to check that out. And don't forget that you can find all of our amazing courses, just like Surviving and Thriving in the New World bundle on Satoshi.academy, link subscription. So today, guys, we're going to be talking about the reasons why. Oops, that popped up again. We're going to be talking about the reasons why Bitcoin is a terrible investment. Now, many of you might not realize this, but Bitcoin is going downhill. And one of the reasons why this is happening is because what I will call the cult of Bitcoin. Since Bitcoin came out, people have fought tooth and nail to keep Bitcoin exactly the way it is. Most of the system upgrades, most of the updates to the protocol underlying it for Bitcoin that allow it to work are more or less broken right now because of the consensus network. So basically, you need a consensus on the network to make changes on the network. You have what we call soft forks and hard forks. Soft forks don't usually lead to any serious problems, and they're just usually for simple fixes. Hard forks basically change the entire structure of the network and how the network works. Now, many of you don't realize this because some of you didn't experience this the last time there was a Bitcoin significantly went up in value. But Bitcoin is, with the current network, is not a good investment. It takes a significant amount of time to send money from one address to another address because it has to be mined. And when the network has a lot of people invested in it, when people are moving around a lot of money in Bitcoin, the problem that occurs, and I'm telling you the truth, is that you end up paying so much just to move a small amount of money that it no longer makes sense. And as a result, it no longer is reasonable to even use the Bitcoin network because then it takes hours. I'm talking about 5, 6, 7, maybe even 10 hours for a single transaction, because you see what happens is the transaction ends up in a block with other transactions. That's why we call it a blockchain. That block has to be mined. Now you have a bunch of miners that are competing to basically process transactions on the network, mine them, right? Well, yeah. Anyway, we call them miners, but they're really processing transactions. Actual mining is basically trying to solve the algorithm in the network, embedded within the network itself, to generate new coins. But the miners are all competing, and they're trying to make as much money as possible. So when the network is overloaded, they're not going to move transactions for a small amount. They're going to move transactions for a much larger amount. And if you don't bid enough, then your transaction won't even get moved. Bitcoin Cash has a much better network. Okay, one, the block size limit has increased, so that way more transactions can be processed. So they moved it from 4 megabits to 8 megabits, and what that actually did was that allowed more transactions to be processed in the same block. All right, but it did not result in the network collapsing. On the other hand, something like Bitcoin SV that has like a 128 megabit block size limit, that entire thing is going to collapse. All right. To top it off, while a lot of other blockchains actually have a purpose, Bitcoin, its purpose is only in intrinsic value, as much as people want to use it. So basically, it's kind of like the tulip mania in that respect. Now, don't get me wrong. Bitcoin is a real storage of value and wealth, but the problem is that it's not a good one. Because of the cult of Satoshi, people who are so loyal to Satoshi and that have elevated what he's created to the level of godly. No one wants to make any real changes. They don't want to upgrade the network. They don't want to implement real meaningful changes. They don't even want to add smart contracts. Okay? So Bitcoin is already like an old car that can't even get a proper tune-up. And that's something that many of you need to think about very carefully as you're investing. I talked about this before many years ago, and I've said this numerous times, that you should not be investing in Bitcoin. You should be investing in crap coins, because that's going to be where you make the bulk of your money from. All right? So, I mean, I want you guys to consider that. I want you guys to focus on that. I have one of the courses up on there, how to profit from cryptocurrency and not lose your entire investment, timing the crypto market. That's one of the courses we offer. But you need to be rational. You need to be reasonable, and you need to use your heads. Bitcoin is a bad investment right now. Only around 24% of people that invest in Bitcoin actually continue using Bitcoin, actually remain invested in Bitcoin after they enter the cryptocurrency space. It's something we've known for quite some time. Once people enter into cryptocurrency and begin learning about it, all right, most people ditch Bitcoin and move into other coins. Maybe they keep a bit of Bitcoin to move transactions around, to make purchases of other coins, but they don't use it as an investment vehicle, all right? I've told you already, if you invest $10,000 in Bitcoin hoping to double your money, you're gonna get robbed, okay? Unless you're gonna wait 10 years and hope that it's still around, all right? That's a bad way of investing when you have other coins, especially crap coins, looking at market behavior and market trajectory that have the potential to increase in the short term, easily 100 to 1,000 times, and in the long term, roughly maybe around 10,000 to even 100,000 times. Something I've talked about. So I want you guys to remember that Bitcoin is not a good investment. It's actually a bad investment right now. You should be investing in crap coins. You should be investing in altcoins, all right? But you should not be investing in Bitcoin. That's my take on it. I wanted to share that with you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I will do my best to respond to them. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.